What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Lockdown Career Mode. It's episode number 81, and today we're returning with two big games with Nottingham Forest as we try and bounce back on the back of our first defeat of the season at home to Chelsea. We've got West Bromwich Albion away at the Hawthorns in 2 days time, in our FA Cup third round trip to St Andrews to take on Birmingham City. The January transfer window is also going to open in today's episode as well, so we have lots to get through. Let's just get straight to it. And I'm actually going to start him in our first of the two games today as we take a trip to the Hawthorns. Right now sitting just above the relegation zone, West Brom, by a single point. Only 10 points on the board so far, but after our first league loss of the season home to Chelsea, we've now had the gap cover the top of the table to just goal difference. Our Liverpool away at Bournemouth, that should be a banker. We'll need to win if we are to stay top to close out the calendar year. First of the big two, we need to bounce back. It's West Brom away. West Brom routine we have struggled with before. In fact, we lost here back in Season 2 when we both got promoted after the first year. So we've had defeat here before, but we can't afford another one today if we are to remain top of the table. Roncalves makes the save, fast start. Thrashed Burnley 8-1. But again, the goal difference swing is still only one as Goncalves makes a brilliant save at point-blank range. Also, you expect Liverpool to get that win on the South Coast against Bournemouth relatively comfortably, and therefore if they win by multiple goals, we'll have to match their scoreline if we are to stay top. James to Divock, takes it in his stride, and this time we get it right. Third chance, first goal. Divock Origi, top scorer, gets goal number 21. Wasn't going to panic after the loss to Chelsea and make a load of changes. Just a couple to our lineup. And none up top, that's for sure, because what a mess with these two boys. The bromance they've got. Leao and Divock Origi, unstoppable. Top two scorers in the Premier League, and Leao gets his 18th of the year. Cash controls and pulls the trigger, and Goncalves seems to lose sight of the ball there, but did push it behind for a corner. Still leading by 2. We should be 3 or 4 goals up though, really. So Kayo's header is going to trickle behind for a goal kick. We've been on top, man, and again, the title could be decided on goal difference, might well be the case. We need more goals in a second. So for those curious, Liverpool are the late kickoff tonight away at the Vitality, so we won't know the result of their game until the day has been finished. But I'm hoping Bournemouth could take points off, but based on the season they've had, it's highly unlikely. So we need to get a couple more goals in the second half. We are to stay top on the goal difference swing. Jonathan Bamba finds Ageria, and Ovi, double digits for Ovi Ageria right in front of the travelling fans. This guy, man, has been unbelievable. Jonathan Bamba steps in from the left, offloads to our attacking midfielder, drags it back, gets it out of seat, and then just bends it into the top corner. I've said it before, the improvement in Ageria's games it's coming in has been absolutely remarkable. First season for us last year, first half of the season, it was trash. This season, unstoppable. Sorry, I've got that one wrong as well. Ovi Ageria has now got 11 goals for this season, so our front three have combined for 51 Premier League goals. That's remarkable, man. And the reason why right now we remain top of the table, if only for a couple more hours. Ball to the middle, Mason takes charge, but don't forget how good we've been defensively this year. I know he conceded to get a 2 against Chelsea, but at the back, Mason's been unreal this year, probably his best season for us. James to Origi, Leao, lovely first touch, and there's Bukayo Saka, one man to beat in Bray Wanderers legend Higazi. He has sent him walking. That's more like it, Bukayo. That's more like it, son. 4-0. That's what Gareth Bale's been teaching him. And Saka looks back to his best now. Says to the Egyptian, go back to Ireland on the ferry, because you're better in Bray Wanderers colours. Leaves him in the dust, drills it in the near post. 5 goals in the Premier League. Not quite what I was hoping for, but a massive improvement from last year. And it's the Gareth Bale effect. It's not all about wins, we know that now. We've got to get the clean sheets and win games by several goals as well. And today we should get both. Oh, Goncalves! Don't go back too far, mate. I thought he was going to come out to meet me. Instead, he retreated, and Raphael said, alright, more of the goal to aim at. 5-0. Ageria to Leao. Look at him backpedaling to his line. Where are you going? Give that guy a map. Chris Smooth, baby. 5-0, game over. That Chelsea defeat of Blitman. We're still the top dogs in the Premier League, and don't you forget it. Origi, Leao, Ovi Ageria. I see Bamba. And Bamba sees the goal and puts it in. 6-0 Nottingham Forest. If we don't win the title this year, man, it will be absolutely ridiculous. Our team is absolutely unbelievable. Everyone is in the mid to high 80s for the overall in the starting 11. We've got the best 2 strikers in the country. They have an amazing bromance. If we can't win this title, man, I don't know what to say. 7-0, and it's the cherry on the icing on the cake. This is the best I've played in a season in FIFA 20, and I know we're just past the halfway point, but we look absolutely unstoppable, man. Our front 3 is so deadly. I think this might be the best team we've had in FIFA career mode this year as well. I mean, where's the negative? Where's the weak spot? And everyone's going to share a glass of champagne after this game as well. A real team effort, but obviously Jerry was the main guy today. A goal and 3 assists for the former Liverpool man. Come on, Forest, man. I know we're not going to pull away from Liverpool. We just got to keep on winning and winning big. And just before that FA Cup third round tie, now the day is over, we can find out the result of the Bournemouth-Liverpool game. Highly doubt the Cherries took points off them, but you never know. Simeone's one of the top scorers in the league this year, and unfortunately, they did not. We'll find out the score now. Because the goal difference is +7, I'm sure it wasn't a significant loss for the Cherries, and nope, there it is right there, just a 1-0 defeat. So we go 7 goals clear in the goal difference swing after our 7-0 victory. 17 games to go though, and neither team is going anywhere in the race for the title. So second and final game on New Year's Eve, trip to St Andrews to take on Championship side Birmingham City, where of course we won this trophy last year, and it's so far the only honour we've picked up. We'd love to retain it, that's my goal this year. Let's see if we can make it through with minimal fuss and avoid the replay. Come on, Forest. Strongest possible lineup for the game as well, because I do not want a replay. I'm not leaving anything to chance. Manchester United in the Carabao Cup semi-final first leg coming in midweek. I'll be fielding the kids in that game because they've got us to this stage. As Leao fires way off target. And yeah, taking no chances, man. Got to get through. Cannot afford a replay. No Jude Bellingham in the Birmingham City lineup. That's because he's now a Borussia Dortmund player. And Dortmund, they're just playing Football Manager in real life, aren't they? With Sancho and Haaland and now Bellingham as well. As Origi fires just off target. Fast start from Forest, but need to get that early goal and settle some nerves here. It's in, still 0-0. Not worried, not worried. I'm sure that first goal's going to come at some point as Villalba turns in to Matty. Golden chance here on the break, and we shouldn't spurn this. We've got lightning pace when coming forward. I see Divock, I see Leao. We'll go to one, to the other, and there is the first goal. Raphael had to adjust his body a little bit, but it's still an easy finish for one of our top scorers. Raphael makes it 1-0. The Bros linking up again. Second goal right before the break, and that should kill the contest completely. Ball flicked in, headed away. Rice will keep the chance alive. Mason Watson looking for a bit of space here to possibly pull the trigger or find a teammate or do it himself. Oh! Worth a go, skipper. Worth a go. Hasn't scored this season thus far, Mason Watson, but his defensive ability has really improved in the past couple of years. As Leao finds Ageria. Back to Leao. Great dummy run by Divock, and Raphael says, cheers bro, that gives me the stage to fire it in, and that should do it now. 2-0 Forest, both for Raphael. We're into the 4th round, baby. No stopping us. Bamba whips one in, and oh, it's brilliant. What a ball by Bamba, and Raphael Leao with a little poke just about makes connection to turn it in for his hat-trick. Look at this for a ball by Jonathan Bamba, man. Absolutely wicked. Raphael with the coolest of finishes. It's free. It is over. Well, I think we are going to go out the Carabao Cup in the semi-final stages for the 3rd time in 4 years, but you know what? I really could not care less. It is our 4th and lowest priority. It means nothing to me. And for me, it goes EFL Cup, FA Cup, Champions League, Premier League. And based on how we've played this season, there's no reason why we couldn't target a treble this year. As Ageria makes it, oh no, he doesn't, puts it just wide of the post. But yeah, getting through with minimal fuss today, that was the only thing I wanted, and we've done that. And the main reason we head through is due to the performance of our number 10 up top. Claims the match ball as he scored all 3 goals. He and Divock Origi, like Batman and Robin, but neither's the sidekick. Progress with minimal fuss. That was the plan, that's exactly what we delivered upon. And of course, no surprise for man the match, champagne and the match ball. I don't know which one is better than the other, man. I really don't. Origi's got more goals in the Premier League, but Leao's only just behind. I think they're as good as each other. You can't split them. So 2024 is officially here, and as you can see, we'll start January off with an academy update. As you see, the news of the transfer window is also open as well. And with around 15 million in the budget right now, probably a little bit less actually after we gave some contracts in the last episode to Travis, Ward-Prowse and Tyrese Campbell as well. You're probably looking more like 14, maybe 14.5 minute stretch right now. There are a lot of targets on my shortlist as well. We'll end today's episode by looking at those real briefly, and I have talked about it. I would like a new fourth choice centre half. We've got loads on the list here, including Van Housden of Standard Liège, probably a little bit out of our price range. Guardiol, a young Croatian as well, we could probably afford, and he could play left back as well with a 4-star weak foot and 91 strength, really quick too. He'd suit us down to the ground. Eric Garcia of Manchester City, could probably afford him as well, but he's not progressed as nicely as he normally does in career mode this time around. Konsa of Aston Villa in his mid-20s, probably not going to get much better than 77 rated, but a good squad player with amazing physicals, well balanced, looks really good too. Rob Holding at Getafe, who's just joined, so we can't get him unfortunately, but the one target I really want is probably a little bit out of our price range. Ben White at SD Eibar, he's the one I want. He was so integral to Leeds' title winning season this year in the Championship. And he did amazing things under Marco Bielsa. I know the Ellen Road faithful would love him back permanently from Brighton when they're playing Premier League football next year. I'm a huge fan of the guy in real life. He's the one I want, but if we are to get him, we'll probably have to sell someone. Huge fan of the guy in real life. I really am. You know, I've said it before. I'm a Millwall fan, you know. It's common to be a little bit critically of rivals at times, but I think Leeds, I've been saying for the past like 5 years, this will be the year they go up. They finally have, and fair play to them as well. And Ben White was amazing this year for Leeds, and a massive reason why they were able to win the title and finally get over the hurdle and get promotion to the Premier League. And looking down the list of players we've got right now, if we were to sell someone to bring White in, I really don't know who it would be. You know, we could possibly try and swap one of the veterans we signed on a freebie, Gareth Bale or Jordan Henderson, who's barely played throughout this season. We could sell some youth players, but ultimately we're not going to get much cash for them. I have been thinking maybe cashing on Grady D and Ghana, who never really worked out for the team. But I like the team as it is right now. I don't want to sell someone to bring someone in, because we're playing so well. But yeah, I do want White. I'm not sure who's to go if we are to bring him in. Maybe we won't get anyone in this January window. I guess we'll have to wait and see. And that will end today's episode of the Lockdown Career Mode as well, guys. So a massive thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you did enjoy today's episode, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for the next episode, potentially featuring a new signing, the first leg of our Carabao Cup semi-final away at Old Trafford, and Arsenal away in a massive Premier League game too, very soon.